on earth is Ted Richardson thinking? I am literally screaming at my television screen. The week kicks off on Monday, July 27, and Ted completely crosses a line with Nicole. Are you kidding me? After everything they have been through, after he just looked Shanice in the eyes in that hotel room and confessed his undying love for her, he is now crossing boundaries with his ex-wife? I cannot handle this man. Nicole has been having these lingering fantasies about him, which is crazy enough considering she has the gorgeous doctor, Kial Rollins, right there in her bed, holding her and making her feel safe after the tornado. But Ted needs to figure out what he wants. He is playing with fire. I am so mad at him. He is going to ruin everything with Shanice, who is finally glowing and happy after the devastating loss of Derek. Ted is a mess, and I am judging him so hard right now. And speaking of messes, my heart is breaking for Andre. The anonymous gift finally freaks Andre out completely. We all know what that gift is. It is that cryptic note and the bottle of 2018 Louis Broussard champagne. The champagne from the wedding. I am shaking just thinking about it. Andre is such a pure, devoted husband. He loves Danny so much. He bought her that beautiful woven ring for their trip to Japan, and he has been so supportive, thinking she has PTSD from the tornado. He has no idea that the real reason Danny is spiraling is because she hooked up with Bill in the elevator. That champagne bottle is a direct threat. I just know Haley sent it. Haley and Randy overheard Bill and Danny arguing about the affair, and now Haley is waging psychological warfare. Andre is so confused and troubled, and I just want to jump through the screen and hug him. He does not deserve this betrayal. Meanwhile, Danny is battling her own demons. Pamela reveals some incredibly important career information to Danny at the boutique. Pam has been such a rock for Danny, giving her the harsh truth about Bill and reminding her how he gaslit her in the past with flowers and lies. I bet this career news is huge. Maybe a new modeling campaign or a massive expansion for their business, but how can Danny even focus? Her mind is completely consumed by guilt and the fear of losing Andre. She is a nervous wreck. I am talking full-blown panic. She knows the walls are closing in. If Andre finds out about the elevator hookup, their marriage is over. Done. And honestly, part of me thinks she deserves it for falling back into Bill's toxic trap. Over at the casino, Vanessa finally finds out about Joey's sister, Heather. Oh my goodness. Vanessa is so clueless, it actually hurts to watch. She walked in on Joey and Heather in the back room, and Heather literally taunted her about being another woman in Joey's life. Now, Vanessa is digging for information. She has no idea that Heather is the Impaler, the ruthless leader of the International Plasma Ring. Vanessa thinks she is just dealing with a shady casino owner, but she is swimming with actual sharks. Joey lied to her face, claiming he canceled a meeting with the Impaler because his sister showed up. Lies. It is the same person. Vanessa needs to pack her bags and run before she gets caught in the crossfire of Jacob's investigation. And let's take a moment to cheer for Martin Richardson. On Monday, Martin absolutely rages at Anastasia. Yes, finally. Anastasia has been so incredibly insensitive and gossipy. Remember when she drilled Anita after she fainted at the country club? Anastasia is the worst kind of country club snob, probably trying to use Anita's breast cancer battle against her for some petty cotillion competition. Martin is a newly elected congressman. He just survived a concussion from a falling tree during a tornado, and he is not in the mood for Anastasia's toxic behavior. I stood up and clapped when he tore into her. Go Martin! Moving into Tuesday, July 28th, the family dynamics are just exploding. Naomi is trying to mediate between Chelsea and Kat, and let me tell you, this is a losing battle. Chelsea and Kat are at each other's throats. Kat is furious because Chelsea hosted that organ donation live stream with Eva. Kat feels like Eva is playing the victim and manipulating everyone, especially after Kat literally gave up a piece of her liver to save Eva's life. Chelsea thinks Kat is being petty and bitter. Naomi is stuck in the middle, trying to keep the peace, but Naomi has her own massive issues to deal with. She just confessed her BRCA positive diagnosis to everyone. She is considering a double mastectomy. The last thing Naomi needs is to be playing referee for her grown cousin. And speaking of Eva, she cannot catch a break because Leslie crashes her interview. I cannot breathe. Leslie is so chaotic. She literally just stood in the hospital, crying, promising God she would change her villainous ways if Eva survived the surgery. She reached a mutual understanding with Darlene. She extended an olive branch, and now she is right back to her overbearing, intrusive, narcissistic behavior, crashing Eva's spotlight. Eva must be dying of embarrassment. She already kicked Leslie out of her hospital room for flirting with Ted, and now this. Leslie will never change. Never. I am so intrigued by Deanna and Noah reconnecting. Noah is Kial's son, the handsome stranger whose credit card got declined at Orphe Jeans. Deanna paid his bill, and they instantly clicked. Now they are reconnecting, and I am here for it. Deanna needs a distraction from her dark, twisted revenge plot against Joey. She is literally taking advice from the ghost of her dead father, Doug. She has been executing a masterclass in psychological torture against Joey, ordering his favorite Tuscany wine and bringing up Doug's lapel. It is terrifying. Noah might be the light she needs in her life right now. Or maybe Noah's going to get dragged into this dangerous game. Nicole is spiraling, folks. She seeks Danny's relationship advice on Tuesday. Nicole, girl, what are you doing? Asking Danny for relationship advice is like asking a pyromaniac how to put out a fire. Danny just cheated on her husband in a tornado. But Nicole is so confused. She is reeling from the news that Ted and Shanice are in love, yet Ted just crossed a line with her. She has Kial, who is amazing, but she cannot shake her history with Ted. Danny is probably going to project all her own guilt onto Nicole. This conversation is going to be a disaster, and I cannot wait to watch every single second. Andre is reaching his breaking point. He tries to confide a hidden secret to Ted. Is it about the champagne bottle? Does Andre suspect that Danny is hiding something about Bill? Ted is Andre's sounding board, but Ted is so distracted by his own messy love triangle with Shanice. Speaking of Shanice, she is planning for the future. She is glowing. She is committed. She realizes life is too short after losing Derek, and she wants a life with Ted. My heart breaks for her because she has no idea Ted is crossing lines with his ex-wife. Shanice is going to be crushed. Wednesday, July 29, brings a massive shockwave. The Dupree family rushes to an emergency gathering called by Anita. When the matriarch calls a meeting, you drop everything and run. Is this about Naomi's BRCA diagnosis and the double mastectomy? Or is this about Anita's plan to establish a cancer wing for the Dupree Heritage Fund? Vernon and Anita just found out she is cancer-free, but the generational trauma of this disease is ripping the family apart. Whatever this meeting is about, there will be tears. I am already stocking up on tissues. Noah meets an icon on Wednesday. Could it be Devin Hamilton? Noah is a struggling musician who wants to work at the free clinic to fund his dreams. Meeting a music industry heavyweight like Devin, who was just in town for a recording session using Barbara's voice, would be life-changing for him. Or maybe he meets Anita. Either way, Noah is making moves in Fairmont Crest. Leslie has an urgent matter to discuss with. Oh boy. Is this about Doctor? Monica McCormick terminating the hospital's agreement with Leslie's free clinic? Leslie was absolutely furious. She funded that clinic to gain social standing, and now it is falling apart. She probably wants Ted to use his influence on the hospital board to save her reputation. Ted is going to lose his mind dealing with her again. Vanessa gives a harsh reality check. I bet this is directed at Deanna. Vanessa is so desperate to play happy families with Joey, and she is tired of Deanna's passive-aggressive hostility. But Vanessa doesn't know the truth about Doug's murder. She doesn't know Joey burned the confession letter. Vanessa is living in a fantasy world, and her reality check is going to backfire spectacular. Meanwhile, Ashley and Grayson update their relationship status. They kissed. He brought her waffle fries? Grayson is bartending at Uptown now, and Ashley is finally forgiving him for his unintentional role in Derek's death. I am so rooting for them. They have been through hell with the plasma ring blackmail, and they deserve some happiness. Thursday, July 30, is pure chaos. Nicole and Kiel are in absolute shock. What happened? Did Kiel find out about Ted crossing the line with Nicole, or is this about Noah? Noah is broke and looking for help. Maybe he got into some serious trouble. I am on the edge of my seat. Danny witnesses a satisfying sight. Let me guess, Haley making an absolute fool of herself? Haley is currently poisoning Bill with green smoothies and spiked electrolyte drinks, trying to induce a fatal stroke to collect his $10 million life insurance. She is a lethal, calculating monster. If Danny sees Haley failing or getting publicly embarrassed, Danny is going to revel in it. But Danny needs to be careful because Haley knows about the elevator affair. Bill is in a really tough spot as Haley clashes with Naomi and Chelsea. The Hamilton girls absolutely despise Haley. Chelsea called her out in the hospital, accusing her of only wanting Bill's money. Naomi thinks Haley is a two-faced user. Haley is trying to play the doting wife to avoid suspicion while she literally murders their father. Bill is caught in the crossfire, completely oblivious that his hand tremors and stumbling are because his wife is feeding him poison. Wake up, Bill. Martin interrogates Kat about her suspicious conversation with Smitty. Okay, this is huge. Smitty is investigating the red market and Dr. Leah Whitmore. He is digging into Lynette Wise's disappearance. Kat knows something. Kat is observant, and she doesn't miss a trick. Did Kat hear Haley talking about Lynette? Martin is fiercely protective of Smitty, especially since Heather Armstrong wants Joey to assassinate Smitty to stop the investigation. Martin knows his husband is in danger, and he needs answers from Kat right now. Finally, Friday, July 31. Danny confronts Bill. Again, Danny cannot stay away from him. She is furious that he almost slipped up about the elevator to Naomi. She told him she would slap him if he mentioned it again. But Bill is arrogant. He thinks Danny still wants him. This confrontation is going to be explosive, and it is only going to make Haley more dangerous. The Dupree cousins exchange notes on Haley's inconsistent behavior. Yes. Naomi, Chelsea, and Kat are connecting the dots. Naomi already realized Haley lied about being glad Lynette was gone, and Danny saw Haley and Lynette together months ago. The cousins are forming a united front, and they are going to expose Haley. I am cheering for them. Joey intentionally provokes Deanna, making her lose her temper. Joey knows Deanna is playing games. He was unnerved by the Tuscany wine and the lapel pin. He is a ruthless crime boss, and he is not going to let a college girl intimidate him. He pushes her buttons until she snaps, exposing her true hatred for him. This is so dangerous for Deanna. Randy's cover is about to be blown. Joey ordered Randy to keep tabs on Deanna, but Joey doubts Randy's loyalty because Randy cared about Doug. If Joey finds out Randy is playing both sides, or if Haley finds out Randy is slipping, Randy is a dead man. And the week ends with Vanessa still having a few questions about Heather. Vanessa's intuition is finally waking up. She knows Joey's story about his sister doesn't add up. If Vanessa keeps digging into Heather, she is going to uncover the international plasma ring, the weapons manufacturing, and the truth about Joey's criminal empire. She is in so much danger. I am exhausted just talking about it. This week is going to change everything in Fairmont Crest. Make sure you tune in, and I will see you all next time for more juicy breakdowns.